So this will be like the second time I've ever made a video for YouTube. So I've been enthused by some model railroading people on YouTube. Eric's Trains, the Big E, Monster, some of you guys. The Big E being my biggest viewed channel on YouTube. But I've been a rail fan since a very young child. My father used to take me to the local depot here, which is now just a museum because we don't have any rail traffic through here in Boise. And some freight stuff. We have Motive Power, who rebuilds and makes new and all kinds of stuff with locomotives. But from very small, I played with trains, had a big train set, a couple tables, and a big room in the basement. Kind of got out of it as I got into a teenager. I recently have come upon some of the stuff that I had stored from then, and I don't know if it's worth anything or not to anyone else, but to me it is. I don't even know what the brand of most of the stuff is, but I thought I'd show you some of the stuff I have and the very small 4x4 layout that we are making, we being me and my 7-year-old son, along with a little help from my 15-year-old son. He seems to be into it a lot like I was, and we have a collectible Bachman set that I had got from my older son quite a few years ago, a Cornwell Tools collectible kit. Actually, no, not Bachman, but Athearn. And then I have a bunch of stuff that was mine from the 70s, which I don't know if it's cool or not cool or whatever, but some of it I think is cool. So let me show you. I also collect a lot of other things. As you see, I'm definitely a Boise State fan. So let me show you. This is some of the stuff I have. You'll see the Athearn with the Bachman Easy Track, or whatever that is. Some Santa Fe cabooses. I've got like a, I don't know what phase Amtrak cars those are. I've lost the engine, but these cars are an older phase, probably from the 80s, I would imagine. Passenger car, baggage car, post office car, people car. Ralston Purina, this came with, and Smuckers. This came with a Silver Streak set that I got, very first train set back in the early 70s. Here's the old Silver Streak engine here, which doesn't work. As you can see, missing parts, and I don't know exactly how to fix a lot of this stuff. So then some newer cars here that came with that newer set that I was talking about. It's a Cornwell Tools kit. They're all weighted and stuff. Some Santa Fe engines. These are also very old as far as I'm concerned, being 37. They were from when I was a kid. Obviously broken off horns, things like that. I don't know what style couplers those are. I am new to this. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. So a lot of these won't even pull the newer cars because of the couplers. So one thing I don't know about, if anybody does know anything about this, is I was told when I was young this was an expensive train. We actually had to put it together. It's a Union Pacific. It's big. It never has really worked properly. It makes quite a few sparks from all 9 of the wheels. It's very heavy, weighted. I don't know what model, I don't know what brand, I don't know anything about this. So if anybody does know, that would be cool if you could say something and reply to this video. Union Pacific number 2802 is all I really know. So this was a very powerful, but like I said, heavy, kind of slow-going engine. And I don't know where to look for stamps or anything. and obviously there are none apparent on this, so I don't know with trains if you have to take them apart to find the manufacturer or whatever, but anyway, that's some of the stuff. As like I said, you can see Boise State memorabilia, 2007 Fiesta Bowl signed helmet when we beat Oklahoma State, made them look like sissies, and a lot of other very, very old collectibles, cars, Elvis stuff, slot machines, of course the infamous Snoopy phone, a lot of Betty Boop stuff, 55 or late 50s stereo, jukebox, old Coke stuff. So I like to collect old stuff, but recently, like I said, we've been getting into the trains. This is the kind of toy room for the young kid. It's overly full of all kinds of things that he's into and was into and stuff. I've kind of filled in the gaps with a lot of my stuff here, but this is the layout. I do have a lot of pictures of the progress, but I didn't realize you can't post pictures on YouTube, so it's a 4x8 table layout. I actually took an old air hockey table that was my older son's, he got for Christmas one year, because I'm not working that well with wood, so I went ahead and used a table that was already built and put it on here. Went ahead and followed quite a few of the instructions Everett on his channel had laid out, as far as, you know, cutting cork, gluing it, putting tracks on, gluing it, all the things you're supposed to do. And saw his river scene episode and loved it, so went ahead and cut a river scene in there. Right now all my extra foam that I used from my mountains that are in progress are sitting there, but it's just a basic circle, so I'm not going to be able to run any big rolling stock or anything like that, but the idea is after the kids get older, maybe even leave, whatever, is I can kind of incorporate this room with possibly an N scale type layout with shelf type stuff around and possibly through walls and into my, what right now we call the man cave, which is just a big room tucked away in the top of our house full of all kinds of things. There's Anthony's Hot Wheels. He loves Hot Wheels. So anyway, I bought him a Silver Streak train set, exactly like the one that was bought for me back in 1977. Got it on eBay, paid a decent price for it. Came with everything that mine came with, which I was impressed. And so is my son. And gave it to him on his 9th birthday a week ago, and he was ecstatic. So him and I together have been working on this. And recently, like I said, we've been doing stuff. I weathered, or did my best at what I thought was weathering a bridge, just a cheap bridge that I got. I'm in the process of weathering another one over here. HO scale, by the way. Little pile of plaster from the 4 billion rocks I had to make out of castings. Pile of dirt left over from the mountain scene. My son wanted a campground on the mountain, so we made a hiking trail, a parking lot. It actually is a tunnel, and did the Scenorama camping kit with the kids running in the tents and the fish stories and whatever. Little hiking trail there. I use yellow weeds. I got a couple different kinds of bushes, colors of bushes I should say. And it is a campground. I did real dirt with talus. I dyed around the sides. The dirt I actually figured out how to put tire marks and things in. These are true HO scale trucks that came with the camping scene. There's going to be fishing spot stuff over here later, but anyway. glued down the trucks. The big rocks are actually permabark out of my landscaping in my yard. There's a real stick that I got out of the yard there. I'm going to have some sort of a very small mine scene, if I can find some cheap HO-sized mining cars or something. It's going to be an out-of-date mine. Very small tunnel. It is a dead end in there with nothing special going on. That was the idea, because the table is so small. But there's the exit hole up the other side of the tunnel there. And used just basically the green foam for the mountains. I had excess paint I didn't want to dump down the sink or get rid of, so if you see the brown spots in this footage, that's all it was me trying to dry off a brush. So, that's that. Trying to learn about DCC, trying to learn about all the new stuff. As you see, there's my vintage Tyco Train power pack from the 70s. Still works. But with all you guys on YouTube and all the things you post, you really have helped me out a lot. I really have been getting into this and spending a lot of time and effort, and pulled me together with my kids quite a bit, and even my wife. So as it progresses, hopefully I can keep showing you what I've done. It doesn't have doesn't have any switches, doesn't have a lot of gadgets, but we don't have any pre-planned stuff with this other than what you see right now. So as we go, we get ideas. So there's going to be a railroad crossing somewhere. My son loves playing with Hot Wheels, so we've got to kind of figure out some sort of a simple road system. But this is more of a country or mountain type setup with the mines. Being in Idaho, we have lots of mines and things anyways. The mountain, the campground, and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Rich, and hopefully I can do another video soon. Bye.